Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to our live watch along. Thank you to everyone who listened to our listen along earlier at 5 o'clock. We had a brilliant time. And now, of course, we're back for the live watch along. We've had a few technical issues. Paul is here. He's just trying to get his camera to work. And we've got the cutest little England mascot on the planet as well. So hoping it's going to be a good one. Thank you to everyone who's in the chat already. Thank you for joining us. We know lots of people are out at the pub tonight, are with family. So we really do appreciate you coming back and spending the night with us. So there we go. So yes, we have kicked off. I'm on just after 1 minute 30 if we wanted to all synchronize our watches. I know, we're going to synchronize, aren't we? Yes. So then we can all keep up to date. I know earlier Paul was about 20 seconds behind me, so it wasn't too bad. However, we were live for Netherlands versus Wales earlier, and Netherlands currently topping the group after winning 3-0. And of course, France and England will both want to take all 3 points from this one as well. Now, we had the lineups that our lovely Chris has put in the chat. And the big one with England, of course, was that Ella Toone is on the bench and Lauren James is starting. Now, there were questions over whether she was going to be fit enough to come in, but Serena Wiegmann has given her the go-ahead. And already we know this is going to be a very, very feisty one. And already David, you put a prediction earlier, 3-1 to England. Very, very bold indeed. And speak the devil, here he is.
There we go. Now you can see me. Sorry about that. Hello, Toby Ray, as well.
Yeah, Paul, did you see? The link.
Nice. Toby is a proper England fan.
best mascot ever.
And I
was just saying at the end of our listen along, we'd talked about the lineups, and we said Lauren James Ella Toone. That was the only real shocker, wasn't it?
It was
between them both. Let me just turn this down.
In case you're wondering what the panic is. I can't turn my set-top box on because there are 2 remotes and I've lost one of them. So,
no.
No,
indeed.
Nancy says hello. There you go. Cat mascot.
Hey. A baby mascot and a cat mascot.
There she is. Looking very unimpressed.
Oh, Lauren James doing her fancy footwork. Has she found anyone in the box? No.
I don't know because...
Sailed over the heads of Russo and Hemp. But hopefully that is a sign of what's to come.
Just a blank screen.
No. So yes, I was just going to say, everyone else in the chat, David's already had his prediction, 3-1 England. Who else has a prediction? That we can see, and we'll see if it comes true.
There we go, with a live.
So yes, good evening. Oh, we found
football.
It. Done.
There we go.
Well, hey.
I have football. So
there we go. We can actually have live updates.
Actually can have live.
Alid, yes, good evening. How's Zurich? How is Switzerland? I think you put a message earlier, didn't you, about the Wales game? Let me scroll back. Yeah, slightly deflated, Alid says, but really proud of the team for getting themselves in competition. Left everything on the pitch. Don't think 3-0 was a fair reflection. Yeah, that's what we said on the live as well. Wales had a fantastic game, should be incredibly proud of themselves. And the substitutes really, really made an impact as well. So I think, if they weren't in the group of death, I think if they were in Group A, they might have had a really good chance of progressing through the way they were playing. But unfortunately, it's just the way the draw has gone.
I'd just like to say, thank God, I have food and everything else. So I apologise if there's chunkiness and whatever.
No, I treat myself to a bottle mix, a sour, tangy bottle mix box. Because petrol stations really know how to get you on the way to the counter. They really, really do. Oh, very good.
Other fast food restaurants are, of course, available. I did make the mistake, though, because I needed to get my fancy Uber discount. I now have all the bottles of Coke I could ever need. So I've got
there's just something about full fat Coke, though. It's incredible.
Do we know anyone called Elliot? Because apparently I've got his Coke.
Elliot. Oh. I got one the other night when I went to see Hamilton, and it said "My Gal" on it. I was like, okay.
Save that for Georgie.
I brought it back and I was like, "My gal."
Noise. There we go.
Yes.
The man in the chat will, of course, be familiar with that noise. It's the noise you make when you're trying to get out of the chair.
And yes, of course, those who did join us for the listen along, Matt made his debut. Matthew, do you like Matthew or Matt? Because I keep going between the two. So yeah, Matt made his debut, and Graham also made his debut as well, which we absolutely loved the chance to do. Paul said, proper game watching sound effects there from Paul. It's reflecting what everyone is doing right now. They've got the drinks, they've got the snacks ready for a fantastic game.
Yeah, but nobody wants to hear me a chocolate chip cookie. So I was just like,
it's ASMR, isn't it? That's fun.
I will try and time my eating for when you're talking. Or half time. I was
going to say, just tell us to talk about something, and I will. Not quite as good as you as been tour guide of Switzerland, but I'll try.
Yes, Zurich, the Letzte Grund.
We're ready. We're ready with the facts.
We're ready with the facts if the game gets into its.
I do have to say though, I love the effect of the collar on the France shirts. Don't like how it looks like a bus seat. That's my only issue with it.
The French collar looks like a bus seat.
No. I love the collar. The pattern makes it look like a bus seat because it's a navy with the orange flecks. I don't know if anyone else has thought that. But no, I really liked it.
Hopefully, this will be their ticket to ride out of the tournament.
Hey, there we go.
Could I just say this is something that's really silly but really jarring.
Ooh.
All the venues so far have been actual football stadiums, so the stands have been right around the pitch.
Yeah.
And the Letzte Grund in Zurich, because it's an older stadium and a more continental one, is like old Wembley in that there's a massive gap between the stands at each end because there's athletics tracks and all sorts.
Oh, of course, yeah. Yes.
I do like the way that French shirt, the colour blue of that French shirt.
Yeah, it's really nice.
That's a proper blue.
And
I say this as a team, as someone whose favourite colour is sky blue. There's my girl, Sakina Karshawi, appearing on the screen.
Captain tonight, of course.
Captain, of course.
After the injury of Mbappé earlier. Yes. You see the screen?
No.
We're looking at the people.
Apparently, when they asked Mbok if she was going to play, she said, you say you can, but I don't know. Think about it. Look a second.
So, not going to lie, I didn't listen because I was reading Graham's comment of what's seats on my capra, which sounds French, so it works.
Are they
that was a bit naughty. Ref is not going to blow. Ooh, this is going to be
I think we're actually both level. Are you referring to the possible penalty where a Lioness appeared to have been pulled over in the box? Yes. That happened round about.
And then Lucy Bronze having the ref blow foul for her when she. There's a bit of 6 and 2 3s in that, wasn't there?
Lucy was there with she's not going to get anything for that when she's just been hugged.
Yeah.
That was a belly to belly suplex for you wrestling fans out there. But yes, what I said was they asked Mbok if she was going to play, if she thought she could play, and she said, "I'll say I can, but I don't know."
Oh, he's silly, isn't he? He's getting disciplined now.
Meanwhile, England are attacking, or they were attacking for about.
Yeah. Oh, that could have been really nice. with a little flick on there. Lauren James, of course, keeping it in with her super speeds, and unfortunately can't win the corner. But you know what? It's really good to have her back. It's really good to have that skill back. Yeah, Graham said not a penalty. Yeah, I think there was a bit of pushing and pulling from both parties in that particular offence.
Somebody dressed as a chef in the crowd, which apparently
Hey, there's 4 chefs. Interesting choice.
They have one on top and then one underneath her who's the sous chef.
Very good. Of all the French stereotypes, I wonder why a chef?
Like you'd have thought. I am quite surprised. It's more the men's World Cup where you see the people with the full-on onions and moustaches and silly caps and everything else. Is it a little chef? Oh God! Well done. I will applaud that. Can we see my red and white eyeliner? No, not very well, but it is there. Without the blue, because we're showing.
Because no, not the French.
Non, nous sommes anglais. Pas de faire something.
Oh, good clearance there by Williamson to deflect that danger, but it's picked up by Sandy Baltimore. As the ball had no real intention. I know. You blow bubbles at her. Go
on. I don't like the way England are playing at the moment. I know that's surprising, but the reason I don't like the way
tell us all.
England are playing at the moment is because they are giving France a lot of time on the ball.
Yes,
admittedly away from the goal, but giving the French time to think about it when the whole French game is very full of finesse and cerebral and, you know, based on intricate passing and that kind of thing. Seems a bad idea to me. Giving the French time to settle into the game and letting them play.
Yeah, it's they can't allow anyone the time and space on the ball, because we saw in Wales, Netherlands earlier, didn't we? As soon as Wales did that, it was pretty much game over.
And there's like we said, there's such quality in the French midfield in terms of passing and working the ball around as well. And whilst there is quality in the English midfield, it's just
they can't afford a slow start, can they? Because as soon as that happens, it's game over.
And the French are on Kira Walsh, as we expected as well. She's trying to move around and find space. She's getting no space whatsoever.
No. What?
She's being forced back towards her own penalty area.
Yes, that's not where we want her, of course. Graham. Playing France in the first game is tough. It's definitely not a game England will want to lose. And that's why we love you all getting involved in the comments, because we want things like that.
What does the French Homer Simpson say when he makes a mistake? Well, don't! Meanwhile...
Oh, is Beth going to have a go? No.
Get in!
Oh, yes! Get in! 15 minutes. You might have heard a woohoo from Georgie as well. I thought that was going to be the end of that chance when it got deflected, but good. Russo was in the box, ready for it.
Can I just point out how beautiful that timing from Simon is? In the comments.
Well, Simon,
third one up.
can I interest you in a goal?
I mean, That's the thing. If she's done nothing for the first 15 minutes, and the first thing she's done is poked home a rebound.
Yeah, I'll take it.
And also, that's interesting because on the replay, she's marked. She's actually marked, but
and she manages to get in
she
front of
reacts
her.
quicker.
Just a toe, yeah. Ah, that's what we want. Ew. Are they zooming in on that?
Because we must keep the heteronormativeness going. Something.
No one needs to see that down. I suppose
the trouble with these straight people is they keep throwing their sexuality down your throats. That's what the problem is.
They do. Ah, VAR, why have you got to ruin it? Serena is fuming. Damn it.
What for? I'm assuming it may be the offside for...
Was she offside in the build-up? Oh, VAR.
It was. Yes.
Ah. I know, you can't believe it either. She's bringing it back.
That's where they're running from?
But she wasn't involved.
What are you... Oh, okay. So... As we said earlier on, interesting decision.
Interesting. Oh, that's stupid though, because she wasn't involved in that initial play, was she?
That's a bugger, that is.
Yeah.
Let's hope that... Why does the scoreboard still... there we go, they've reset it. The scoreboard still said 1-0 for a moment.
No, yeah. Imagine if they just forgot and were like, oh, look, we won. Yeah, Davidson there, poor decision. Yeah, if looks could kill, yes. Yeah, Grimson there. The initial pass to Lauren Hemp, tough but ultimately correct. Damn VAR.
I think the offside rule is recently being misapplied because I think offside in the build-up is bollocks. I think if you have to go back with VAR 3 phases of play to go, oh, they were offside there.
Yeah.
It's bollocks. Basically.
Yes.
That is my considered opinion, with responsible technical jargon. Bollocks.
Yeah. We've gone from interesting, trying to keep it politically correct, to bollocks. However, we have got a free kick in a very dangerous place if they get it right.
Beth Mead thinking about
Beth
this
Mead standing over it. But so is that Greenwood with her as well?
It'll be Greenwood's left foot, yeah. Greenwood and Mead appear to be having discussions.
Oh, that is a love. Oh!
That was a more optimistic reaction than I had to it. Put it that way. unless you're like 30 seconds ahead.
No, that was it could have been so close, but unfortunately it was ultimately an easy save.
Way overfloated that one, unfortunately. Yeah. A rare misstep from an Alex Greenwood set piece.
Oh. Okay. Mascot saying no night.
Bye-bye, Toby Ray.
Yes, I know. Right. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Bye-bye. Okay. See you when the game's over.
I'm just scrolling down to share our watch along. Here we go.
Yes, please do. Please do indeed. I'm going to open my sweets now. I don't have baby money. Right. Oh.
We're now live with our award-winning watch-alongs. That's a good cross. That is a good French
Oh,
cross.
that is. And
Guess Carter just got had on toast down that side.
oh, that's a good phrase.
Absolutely torched if they show the replay of it.
Let's see. You can't have these, buddy. Oh yeah, we got Storm back today. He's all good.
Excellent.
A bit tired, but all good. However, Absolute Con went, oh, it's going to be more expensive than we first told you because he's heavier than we thought. I was like,
Yeah.
You didn't weigh him. That's not my problem. That was a them problem, wasn't it? Yeah.
Lucy Bonds and Selma Basher just casually kicking lumps out of each other down that side.
I mean, did you expect anything different? So what's so Simon, where I'm on 21.50 right at the moment.
I'm 3 seconds ahead of you this time, though.
Ooh.
Hence the reaction, hence my yell of get in a few seconds before yours on the non-goal. And I will somewhat agree with Simon that Russo, although she's on the ball now, has somewhat disappeared again. It's a good ball for Hemp, though.
Yes. Crossed in, Lauren James. Oh.
But Lauren James is one of the few players on earth who would attempt something like that.
And she's one of the few players where it would actually go in. Like
who could actually pull that off? Yep.
Okay, buddy. What's wrong?
How do you think I'll sell this? My tweets along the lines of we're back for England versus France with Paul's tourist guide to Zurich. French football terms. I want a bit of football as well.
Well, we've got to put some football in there somewhere, haven't we?
Ooh, the French are living a little dangerously. They're leaving passes slightly short. And Lauren James, it is fair to say, is up for this.
I was going to say she nearly got that there, didn't she?
Yeah, I can see a Lauren James goal coming personally. Manifesting one.
I was going to say, who put in the chat? It was David. Lauren James Thundy B tonight. Yes, I think a lot of people would. And
officially, Danny sanctioned Thundy B as well, not one that we have to argue over.
He did. Yes. So for those last night, that Lucy Bronze's niece and nephew. They're like, yeah, we've got to be here, but I'm on my. I'm watching my tablet. Leave it alone. No idea what I was saying there. There we go. Yeah, David's still saying England to score first, either a 3-0 or a 3-1 win. What?
That's optimistic.
Yeah, I think it's going to be incredibly tight. If these.
Yeah.
Oh, she shouldn't have been allowed to do that.
That's the arrogance that she'll have, because a lot of people would have pulled that down. She's just like, I fancy this. Dink.
And that is why she's captain tonight.
And that is why I love Sakina Karshawi so much.
Yeah. Hey, bud. Yeah, if that had gone in.
Elise de Almeida is, they're supposedly stepping up to be the new Wendy Renard, but she hasn't quite got the presence of Wendy Renard, has she?
She's definitely more subtle, isn't she? Definitely more subtle.
She's tall and she's, visible, but she hasn't got the sheer
Yeah, and that's the thing. She's one of those players that do their business very quietly and very subtly on the pitch, rather than make a big song and dance about it. But I will say, as I've said many times, has the cleanest hairline out of anyone in this tournament. Love her. She does little reels when she goes to the barbers, and it's like in slow motion of it, like doing the really clean. Oh, yeah. If anyone's interested, of course. There's just been a close up of a sideburn, so you can see what I mean. It's
Jess Carter, Warwickshire's own Lioness, closest Lioness to Coventry.
Oh, corner comes in. Oh, you can see Hannah Hampton shout for that, because Lucy Bronze would have got something on that, but whether it would have gone badly is a different situation.
Hannah Hampton is definitely not quite as visibly vocal as Mary Earps, but she still has that presence about her.
But I can confirm from Villa, very loud.
When she wants to be.
Very commanding of a back line. Just get comfy.
Roger Stanway keeps giving the ball away.
God, Russo's up for this as well, isn't she?
She is, but they're giving Basher space to accelerate, and I don't like that.
Rosie's just put in. Oh, sorry, Paul, what were you saying?
No, far away. I was just finishing your thought.
Oh, no. I was just going to say, Rosie's just put in our group chat. She would have preferred Charles to get the starting spot over Carter. See if anyone else in the chat had an opinion. But Paul, what do you think? Was Carter the right choice tonight? Or
I can see why Rosa said that, because Jess Carter is a utility defender. Charles is Neve Charles is a dedicated fullback. And
oh, that was nice.
Neve Charles also offers slightly more of a overlapping fullback option than Jess Carter does. And I think with the French fullbacks being what they are, perhaps matching them on both sides with those overlapping fullbacks could be an interesting tactic.
Yeah, I'm still for Carter getting the nod ahead of Charles. I just think she brings that. She's just solid, isn't she? Like defensively, and I think when you've got a team like France, oh, what a save!
She is. As you say that, Jess Carter gets torched by Cascarino again.
Damn it, Jess Carter. But no, my initial thought was going to be she's the kind of person you want to wear down your forwards and wear down your wingers.
Yeah, because she just very solidly, quietly does her job.
That was a bit naughty. Oh, that's Sunbath, wasn't it?
It was. She's got a really interesting history. She has, because she is Thai French.
I was going to say I don't know much about her.
Sunbath. She has made her. She's kind of been in the past year or so. She's really stepped up. She plays for Lyon. She is only 21, and she also went from Paris Saint-Germain to Lyon, and apparently caused a bit of a feud between PSG and Lyon. And she has only played 4 times for France previously. And she has only made 56 appearances for Lyon in 4 years, which, even allowing for the lower number of games played by women's teams, is A surprising lack of experience for a player to be asked to start at the Euros against England.
Yeah, and we were saying, weren't we? She probably wouldn't have been first choice if injuries hadn't have got in the way. Not a fan that there's a Mexican wave going around already. Wait a minute.
That's Nikki Doucet, that is. That's the WSL influence.
Oh, earlier when we were talking about the goal celebration for Viv's 100th and we couldn't figure out what was going on.
Yeah.
We now, I say we, as if I was part of this decision. Someone I saw on the twits said it looked like she was trying to say Viv. So 2, 1, 2. Yeah. Oh, chance. Oh, Hannah Hampton.
Flag playing on. They're still playing on. It might have been offside, but they're still playing on. And now we eventually stop.
There we go. Take your time.
Delphine Cascarino, of course, playing in the NWSL now.
Yes.
Unfortunately, not wearing her club number for France.
Yes, regular listeners of the pod will know we had a right good giggle about that when we found that out.
She wears 69, in case anybody's wondering.
For anyone wondering. like the children we are.
But there is a specific reason for this, because 69 is the departmental number of where she was born, the city of Lyon. So
yes. So not a silly reason at all.
Not a silly reason. But it amused me very much when I was living in Lyon that all the car number plates are very nice, because they all have 69 at the end of them. And yes, the French are aware of it.
I'm sure they are. I think Beth Mead needs to be careful.
What, just in general, or in this game in particular? Like,
in this game in particular. Because she's got herself in a couple of challenges where you think if the ref just takes that the wrong way, she's gonna get done.
Start getting cards out.
Let's see the updated stats from this match, because really nothing really of note apart from the disallowed goal. So if we look at the stats, France have just got a bit higher possession, 54-46. 6 shots, 2 on target compared to 2 and none on target, which technically is incorrect because it did score. Unfortunately, it was offside. So yeah, there's not much in it.
So here we go then. We're about halfway through the first half. So some Zurich facts.
Oh yes,
some new facts. Zurich, which in German is pronounced ever so slightly differently because it's Zurich, and Zuri in Swiss German is as France attack, but now there's a free kick. Is the largest city in Switzerland, even though it's not the capital. It's often mistaken for being the capital. Capital is, of course, Bern.
Yes.
It's one of the biggest banking cities in the world and home to.
And we'll just confirm you did say banking.
I did say banking.
Banking. Good.
Obviously, Swiss known for its banking industry. Lots of bankers in Zurich. And apparently they're very good with their hands while they're banking. And it's pronounced Zuri in the local dialect. And 1-0 France. There you go.
Oh.
Marie Antoinette
Katoto will have that space. And that is what happens. 1-0 to France.
And
Yeah,
it was down that right side that England left. We've picked that out a bit and saying Jess Carter is having issues, and France have clearly battled on this. And look, she gets beaten again down that side. That is a great ball.
Yeah. That was a lovely ball from De Almeida.
To Cascarino.
And to Cascarino. Lovely cross through. Picks out Katoto. No issues there. And you can see the frustration on Lee Williamson's face because no one was on her.
That is an absolutely gorgeous pass, though, from De Almeida, though.
Yeah.
Really 100%. Was. Love a secondary assist.
Yeah, can't be angry at that.
Did you see as well, though, that Katoto, upon putting that into the net, there was the look over the shoulder, which I'm assuming was checking for a flag.
Yeah. Just in case.
As soon as she realised it was in, job done.
Yes.
She, of course, has joined Lyon as well after leaving PSG.
Yeah. And so there's a lot of movement around those top teams, isn't there?
There's been a lot. There's been a lot made of Spain being Barcelona.
You're not meant to play with your shoulders.
And yeah, I don't know if Niamh Charles would have made any difference to that particular move, but
no,
that was a centre back playing left back with Jess Carter.
Yeah.
And she got well and truly done for pace and timing of the run and just about everything, because she was not playing left back. She was effectively playing as left centre back.
Yeah, what England can't afford to do now is exactly what they're doing and being quite sloppy.
And France have very clearly identified their right side as a place where they're getting a lot of joy. They are going at Jess Carter down that right side.
Jesus Christ.
There's some tackles going in here.
Oh, this is feisty, isn't it? And the ref is willing to let a lot go.
How has Sondi Baltimore still got the ball? How has she been allowed? That is horrific defending.
That is horrific.
How has Lucy Bronze and I believe Alex Greenwood, or we'll see on the replay, between them allowed her to get to that?
It's that sloppy decision making, isn't it?
This is what I was worried about with this England team.
Yeah. It's like, I'll try and be clever rather than just getting it out of play.
Because look, she sets off there. There's two players on her.
Yeah. Williamson did nothing. Lucy ends up tripping over, puts it back in her path. And does Williamson just give up there, or?
Yeah, it's like what are you trying to do, Lucy Bronze, there? Why are you putting it back into play?
No. So we talked about which big.
We need VAR to save us here, because.
Yes, please do.
Because there is an argument that there was Maya Lacroix, that I think she wins the ball there, personally. And I know some people think I'm disliking her, but I think she just wins the ball there. I
think she clips Russo first, just very marginally.
Yeah, I think this can definitely go both ways.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
This isn't a clear cut. Oh, that's a blatant foul.
No.
And if it is, Lucy Bronze has had a huge let off and Leah Williamson as well, because Leah Williamson stopped dead.
Yeah, she just stopped thinking.
And we're not allowed to mention that, of course, because she's Leah Williamson.
Of course we are. And we're going to.
No, in the media, I don't think we'll see much. But
no,
Leah Williamson has just had an absolute shocker. Serena Wiegmann is not impressed.
Oh,
Put it this way: if Serena Wiegmann is that animated, then clearly she thinks she's seen something and she thinks something. That is shocking, though. I
No,
I know people will turn around and say, "Oh, you're being too harsh," but that is genuinely shocking. That defending.
No, that was you can't do that against. Well, you can't do that against any team, but you especially can't do that against France when you know exactly what they can do.
That is two of England's most experienced defenders, and between them, they just decided to let Sunday Baltimore go through.
That was terrible.
Nah, that's not a foul. There will be lots. The English commentary will be that was a foul, but like it wasn't given.
Yeah, because look at it now. Yes, Lucy Bronze for our mistakes, but why was it Lucy Bronze who had to peg it back? Because no one else was on and no one wanted to touch it.
Crucially, why does Lucy Bronze put that back into play rather than scramble it out? What's she trying to do?
Well, that's the secondary thing we need to discuss. But yeah, no, that first bit, like I know people are scared of like giving away penalties or handballs or anything like that, but you need to close that down. You can't be giving any player that
doesn't happen if that's Millie Bright. I don't think, because I think Millie Bright puts.
Oh no, she would have put a foot in. She yeah. Millie
and then we return to the is Leah Williamson overrated discussion, which I'll just casually chuck that grenade in.
Yeah, people in the chat, what do you think? Well, you then look at who's on the bench, and you think realistically, out of those defenders we've got, the only one really that's going to be as feisty as the French is My Laetitia. But I can't see her coming on and getting a shot, can you? Oh. Yeah, they need a massive team talk because they're just been overrun. And it looks like the French team aren't even breaking a sweat. Go on, LJ. Go on. Good. Go on, Beth. In. Oh. Corner for England. You can see how angry they are, and they should be, rightly so. But they can't let it affect them at all.
Next Wednesday's going to be fun because it's another live watch. Oh, actually, it'll be Wales live watch along on Wednesday, won't it? Because they're playing in the 8 o'clock game. England against the Netherlands is 5 o'clock.
Yes.
And we're off again down the left side.
Yeah, go on. Take it out. Yes.
The really scary thing about this as well, from a WSL perspective, is Oriane Jean-François, of course, barely plays for France.
Yes.
Excuse me, barely played for Chelsea last season.
Knew what you meant. Yeah.
I'm glad you did, because I had to make sure I corrected myself.
Well, I was just going to say as well, I've just got a notification from Chelsea being like, yeah, Sandy Baltimore. It's like, yeah, but you're still an English club, so it's
that's kind of like read the room, lads.
Yeah.
Maybe at the end of the game, post congratulations to our French players.
Yeah, what a goal. Yeah. Go on, Elger. Go on. 5 minutes. 5 minutes of injury time.
And Jess Carter's getting done again, this time by Sandy Baltimore on the other side. Have Bronze and Carter switched sides? I don't think they have.
No, I'm just saying.
What's Carter doing on that side as a left back?
She's a wandering left back. Which again, dangerous.
She has a free roll as a left back.
She does. She has a free roll.
Hello, Nessie, who may well be enjoying this as an Irish person.
Yes, good evening. Come and join the chaos. Come and join.
I'll tame London City Lionesses fan just to prove that they do exist as well. You must be pleased, Nessie, with London City signings recently. Of course, Sanny Francie joined the other day as well.
Yes.
Did we mention? I'm sure we did.
I don't think we mentioned her earlier, but we mentioned Issa earlier.
We did. Issa Cardinal.
Cardinal.
You have to say Cardinal because there's two A's.
Fantastic surname, Cardinal.
It is. Yeah, this half time, please.
Mm-hmm.
Ideally, have an attack come to fruition, but if not, half time, please, because Savina Wiegman needs to do her bit of not being caring.
That anger that she was given to the lineswoman, she needs to give in the dressing room as well.
Do we think slightly controversial opinion?
Mm.
Do we think this England team are good at dealing with that kind of managerial approach? Or have they been coddled the past couple of years a bit?
Well, that's the thing, and maybe
in terms of criticism and all that sort of stuff.
They're just missing, isn't it? These passes aren't good enough.
Breaking call to the crowd. I do believe that shirt was a Trans Rights UK FC shirt.
Oh,
it just showed.
Very good.
Because the badge appeared to be like the badge where you kind of had the male-female symbol combined, which I believe is a trans symbol.
Ah, yeah. I didn't get a good look at it.
Graham says, I think we'll see other tune at half-time. If so, whom for?
Stanway?
Then you've basically got Kira Walsh and 4 behind Russo. Because Elatoon cannot play deep.
No, that's true. Okay, so would you bring on?
But
no,
I don't know. I don't know who you got because I wouldn't take James off.
No, you can't take James off. Would you?
Controversially,
would you take Mead off?
Kira Walsh.
Oh.
Because.
And again, we're reacting like that because that's never really been the case, has it? It's always been, we're goals up, we'll take her off. But
I don't think this France team is one where Kira Walsh can just stand and spray balls around because she's going to get marked out of the game. And
go on, Lucy.
You want to be playing further up the pitch than this fancy, we'll spray balls around because.
Do you see Leah Williamson just go flying? Dear me.
Alternatively.
Yeah.
And take Leah Williamson off, 3 at the back.
Oh.
3 at the back, Kira Walsh in front. With Stanway, and then you have Toon and James floating around in that number 10 role.
Playing off each other, maybe. I don't know. I do agree with Nessie, though. If they're shite, they're shite. Need to be told it because they're professionals. Yeah, no good.
Saw what happened with Mary Ertz when someone told her that.
Serena's got a pen as well. Serena's got a changey pen.
Excellent.
For those who didn't listen along to our listen along earlier, we said we love that Jan Wilkinson had a teacher pen with all the different colours on. And Serena's got one too, which we love.
Half time.
Oh, Simon saying take Carter off. David saying Mead off, Park on.
I'll tell you what, though, after the end of this game, then we will see, because it will be the first time this era of England have genuinely had criticism at a major tournament, because at the start of the World Cup, they could always they had the excuse, like against Haiti, they had the excuse, oh, Kira Walsh did blah, blah, blah. Oh, but at least we won.
Yeah, like
Now
no matter what, at least we won, yeah. Because even opening game of the last Euros, it was 1-0, wasn't it? So it was still it was unconvincing, but it was still a win. Now just choking on my fizzy bottles. Yeah, something huge needs to change. Yeah, as Graham says, 2 mad minutes of cost England in that half. And that's the thing, it was never going to be easy. It was always going to be a hard game, but those 2 goals could have been avoided.
There is a genuinely weird Subway advert now.
And so I'm listening to it without sound, so it's quite funny that
it's genuinely surreal. Turfy Woods is probably saying something vaguely bigoted, and I didn't see who the other person was.
That wasn't Laura Woods.
Was it not?
It was Katie Shanahan, wasn't it?
It was Katie Shanahan, but who was with Katie Shanahan?
Karen Carney.
That was never Karen Carney.
That was, I promise. Good old Kaz.
She is.
Why is Ella not an Impulse advert? Impulse is for 14-year-olds.
There you go.
No offense to anyone that wears Impulse. It did smell really nice, but it just reminds us of PE in secondary school. When
Impulse is for 14-year-olds. They're going for 14-year-old lesbians with that particular advert. Now we're getting cancelled, but
well, you maybe. I'm not saying anything. Right. So, yes. So, how can I be positive about that? Alessia Russo.
Don't bother. Let the hate flow through you. Yes. Yes.
That's what you're here for. No, it's been sloppy. It's been messy. It feels like no one really knows where they are and where each other are, which is ridiculous because they've played essentially the same system for quite a while now. There's been not much change. And yet they're it just feels like they don't know each other. It feels very Norway at the moment.
Good. That's exactly what we want to hear, isn't it?
And that's saying something, isn't it? It feels very Norway. But yeah, what an opportunity. So why don't we, while it's halftime, have a look at how the groups currently stand. Group A, we have Norway and Finland topping the group, and then Switzerland and Iceland. Group B, Spain and Italy topping the group, with Belgium followed by Portugal. Group C, yesterday, Germany and Sweden are topping the group, with Denmark and Poland. And then today, as it stands, we've got Netherlands top, then France, then England, and then Wales, purely on goal difference at the moment. So England need to pull their finger out a little bit, don't they?
Just a little.
Just a little. And I think
ITV with a clip of Ella Toon kicking a ball at the camera, because why not?
Oh, I've got Sharks now.
Oh, we've gone past the Sharks now. Yeah.
Oh.
That doesn't look terrible. Shark celebrity infested waters. Can we pick which celebrities we feed to sharks? Do you reckon?
I know who would be first on your list.
I'm a celebrity. Don't feed me to a shark.
Simon saying that personally, I would have played Greenwood at left back and Lotta and Williamson at centre back, maybe. Yeah, Graham saying it's not been great, but we've given them the 2 goals. Yeah, absolutely. It's been our fault completely. Silly mistakes have been punished. An early goal before the hour mark, and we'll get a result. Oh, very positive. Yeah, it's good to have a balance. Positivity.
What on earth channel is David on that he's getting different ads?
I don't know. Unless you want ITVX, David? I don't quite know. But
it's still weird to see USA head coach under Emma Hayes' name.
I tell you what, though, I've missed Emma Hayes. I've missed her on punditry.
She's so good. If hell is Mark Skinner with Sam Matterface commentating, then heaven is either Peter Drury, Clive Tilsley, or Pete Moodenstein, or possibly Seb Hutchinson. You know, there's a lot more good commentators than bad.
Yes.
And a punditry team for the women's game of Emma Hayes alongside Izzy Christensen.
Oh, yeah. That's a shout.
Can you imagine? You would watch the game, would you? As Emma Hayes and Izzy Christensen get into tactics discussions and back and forth, you'd just sit there and go.
It would be like a meditation podcast, wouldn't it? Just sit back and listen. Just
football ASMR. Just Emma Hayes and Izzy Christensen, and possibly A, because she's got an amazing accent, but B, because we're big fans of hers as well. Laura George. Just designing your ideal broadcast.
Yeah.
Put Ian Wright as the presenter, just to add that. Right.
Yeah. So just getting lots of different reactions from different areas. Just read, Walsh needs to pass to someone other than Bronze. And it's true. Keira Walsh, I think, because they've played so much together, it's very instinctive for Keira Walsh to pass out to Lucy Bronze. But if it's not working,
it's because she's playing to her best friend and girl pal, Lucy Bronze. That's what it is.
Hashtag girl pal.
Hashtag girl pal. Definitely not lesbian, Stacey.
They're a lesbian, Stacey. Well, apparently the Daily Mirror, Daily Mail, they're all the same thing to me, posted, I don't know if anyone else saw this clickbait about Lucy Bronze drops baby bombshell with a famous footballer boyfriend. And everyone kind of went, sorry? But then in the article, it says, with famous Spanish girlfriend on a badger. So in the actual article, I had girlfriend, partner. And then in the title, it said boyfriend. And then a couple of hours later, I saw the same thing. And they had changed it to girlfriend. I'm like, I'm sure. One, yes, everyone kind of knows. But also, they haven't ever said that in public. So has
they're together?
Yeah. So has that just been assumed and then posted, which shouldn't really happen? Or has
no, it isn't, Graham.
Confirmed it?
No, it isn't, Graham, because you can actually see a bit of Beth Mead's arm offside. And the line was drawn in the right place.
Not that you're bitter, of course. No.
I'm like the Morphys. I'm not bitter. But now we have that weird bloody advert with Aitana Bonmati and Leslie Russo. That's the L word football version. Like,
I missed the L word. Great show.
Just you almost want to have them look at each other, and it's just like now people are just going to be shipping the pair of them for however long.
Yeah, I mean, people were already shipping, weren't they? So just gone back to that offside then when we're looking at it. Because it showed the graphic, didn't it?
It did.
And it's... Oh, that's it. Why does it only flash up for a second? What is...
Oh, there's beef in the England changing room because Lucy Bronze advertising Shaw deodorant and Ella Toon advertising Impulse. Do you reckon they hide each other's deodorant? Like,
this is the better brand. No, this one. Okay, so that offside then. Is it because more of the arm of her shirt? Because that I've rewound it and paused it because what even
can you put a screenshot up so we can look at it? Is it fancy enough? I would imagine not. You'd have to do kind of weird, take a picture of it and then upload it and then turn it into a PDF and then whatever else probably.
Hang on, governor. Hang on.
Or if in doubt, use the wonders of
technology. Okay. Unblur this.
Why is Mark Chapman looking angry at England men? For God's sake.
Okay, so this is the offside.
Okay. I don't know how this is going to make any difference, but I'm leaning forward. Yeah, her arm's offside.
But it's behind the French arm.
Yeah, but it's visibly... They look like some sort of weird octopus type thing, but
that first arm there is the French one.
Yeah, so she's further forward than the French arm, so he is further offside.
Nope, that's not. No, no. The French arm's like that, and her arm's like that.
Is it?
Yeah. So the one that's sticking out is the blue one.
Oh, I see what you mean. It's like, so where are they drawing the line?
Yeah. Because it's not the legs. Is it?
Is it the legs?
Shade of the boot? But like there's... yeah, no. Yeah, Jackie's in there. Arms don't count.
That's very strange.
So yeah, I have no idea.
Also, what makes me laugh with all these ads is when you have the random clip of supposed England players in match moments celebrating goals. And it's like in their New England kit, and it's like, right, okay, did they have to go and film these in a studio and spend a whole day in the studio for 3 seconds of Ella Toon pretending she was celebrating?
How bizarre. I don't understand.
Good. Reasons not to watch ITV on Monday because Spain versus Belgium.
Do you want to do that one then?
I mean, I might be tempted to do Portugal v Italy if we can get Camilla on as well in a 3-person panel.
Hey, I am trying my hardest to get Camilla on. Okay.
I've learned by the way because I nearly said if we can get Camilla on in a 3-way and then went no. I don't want to say that. And I've learned from do you want to be in Fry Gang from yesterday, that debacle.
Oh, brilliant. But hey, you noticed. So it's all good.
I did notice. And apparently I've now got an ad of Stormzy in a wig. So
me too.
There we go. Someone needs to do a montage of that. Someone needs to do a montage of Chase and Status Backbone.
Oh,
that'd be a banger.
I would love to go and see them live.
Have you seen the clip of them at Milton Keynes?
No.
There's Google Backbone live at Milton Keynes because it's about a 5-minute clip, and Stormzy turns up from a wedding in a suit and absolutely destroys it and then disappears again.
Oh,
like flies in a helicopter. turns up in a suit, absolutely destroys it.
Fantastic.
His second, because they do the first verse twice, and the first verse it kind of starts and stops. But the second time, when he hits the "You ain't got no backbone," it's the most vicious spit of a lyric I've ever heard. And you've got 100,000 people shout back.
I've put that into YouTube, so later when we're not on air, we'll do that. Because the second half has begun.
It has.
Ready for some English revenge? Come on.
And I'm eating my dinner in reverse because I had the cookie first, and now I am having the goat, as the kids say, of crisps. Unfortunately, it's upside down, but.
Oh, you got the sensations. Oh, you're posh. There we go.
Posh?
Yeah.
Not that posh.
Sensations, they're posh crisps.
No changes at half time, though.
A group of teenage lads has just walked past, and I've got the curtains slightly open because Storm likes to go up and sit in the window. And they've just stopped at the open bit and just looked at us like, what are you doing? It's like, hello. Just podcasting, don't mind me.
This is where you just casually wink at them.
Ew, no. They're about 14, absolutely not.
We once actually, one of the funniest things I've ever done, we were on an ice hockey away trip, and we were on the coach, and we were stuck in traffic.
Yeah.
And I was on the back seat of the bus, and we were mucking about. And we had, people who just look really, really sour-faced.
Yeah.
They were just staring at the back of the coach and frowning at us, and I kept looking over my shoulder. And I was having that old Marks and Spencer's vanilla maple syrup smoothie, and I got a bit round my mouth and realised what it looked like, and facing away from them, and then decided, right, I know what we'll do, and so leaned down out of sight, and one of my mates sat next to me just stretched like that for about 5 seconds, and then I just sat back up with it round my mouth and gave him the thumbs up, and I've never seen them more disgusted than that ever.
Oh God. And on a completely different note, because we'll take it back to our heartwarming, Mary Bashford just liked Graham's comment on Instagram. So there we go. Thanking her for her time at Charlton. But yeah, no subs, I believe.
No changes at halftime.
People getting an extra chance to redeem themselves. England nearly on the attack. If Karshawi hadn't have intercepted it. Lauren Hemp trying to find her way through. Back to Walsh. To Stanway, to Walsh. It's like watching Spain.
The French look very well drilled.
Yes.
The way they're moving.
Like, you can look at that and go, I know what formation they're in.
Yeah. Yeah, Beth Mead's had enough.
Yeah.
Beth Mead's head has gone.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if she's revenge tour or just red mist.
Yeah. And that's kind of why I said it in the first half. I like, she needs to be careful. She needs to calm down. Because she's right. That shouldn't have been blown for a foul. And Serena's fuming as well. But if that's how the ref's playing it, you just need to
adapt. We in ice hockey, you often have a saying of like you adjust to what the ref's doing.
Yeah.
If the ref is calling big hits, irrespective of not or whether they're legal, you just don't hit quite as hard.
Yeah.
You adjust the way you play rather than harming yourself. And at the moment, England aren't doing that.
No. Yeah, but everyone's right talking about, we've never seen Serena like this. And yeah, she's never been this angry, has she? So,
is she feeling the pressure, perhaps?
And I mean, you would. That's natural, but
I mean, she's won the last 2 Euros.
Should De Almeida have been allowed the space to run through as far as she did?
As a centre back, yeah.
Yeah, and have a shot. Like, yeah, everyone just needs to calm down.
I'm starting to agree with, was it Paul or Graham or possibly Chris who said Mead off?
Yeah. Yeah, I'd agree. I thought that was the England subs. I was like, oh, Lords are warming up. Nope. But you look at the French subs on who they've still got to bring on, and that is worrying for me.
I'm still amazed Clara Matteo isn't starting. I'm a big fan of hers.
I know. Yeah, I'm with you on that.
She was one of the players I picked out, I think.
Mm.
And also Jackie, I didn't mention her much in the listen along, but Jackie Gernan was very impressive for the Netherlands early on today.
Yes, she was.
How? Again?
Why is the Almeida been given that much space?
Elise de Almeida is a centre back. How is she in a position where she is confident enough to be the furthest player forward, making runs onto through balls? No. Like you can understand
that was miscommunication between Greenwood and Williamson, wasn't it? So they need to go on. Who's there? Run. Go on, Hempel. Go on. Oh, you should have just kept it.
Oh. No, soft. The first touch was way too heavy.
Yeah, it's decision making.
Yeah, and also you see it. If you're having those games when England are in full form, they control that.
Yeah,
it's not a heavy touch, and that's not a disrespect to England players or anything or one of those weird things. It's just they are snatching at it a bit, and it's understandable because they're 2-0 down in the opening game of the Euros as holders.
Oh, France are just incredibly good at winning the ball back. And I don't think England in their last couple of games really had a team that play the way they do.
No. They haven't really faced quality opposition in a long while. When you look at their fixtures, I mean, with all due respect to Jamaica, the Euro send-off was probably, in FA perspective, let's pick a team who we can be fairly confident of getting a result against so we can send them everybody off in a good mood.
Yeah.
Whereas France played Brazil
in
their last warm-up game and beat them 3-2 after going 2-0 down in the first 15 minutes. And that's the difference.
Yeah, I don't think whoever organised that Jamaica game, it was great. They've never played them before, fine. But was that the best game to send them off for the Euros?
That was vibes. That was PR and vibes because of there being a very large West Indian Caribbean community.
Oh, can't do that.
From Mead and oh my God.
Oh. Hannah Hampton, dear me.
If Hannah Hampton, with the safeness of her hands, is doing that.
But the fact as well that Karshawi was so close to actually following that in.
Yeah, how has Karshawi got to that first? Yeah. And that's possibly the point Hannah Hampton's making.
Yeah, like where is my defence?
Why is a French player the nearest to me when I'm making that save?
Yeah. To be fair, though, I might agree with you. Keira Walsh, get her off. But would it be too much to take off Walsh and Stanway at the same time?
No, 2-0 down. Okay, go for it.
Yeah, do it.
I love the way you were like, okay. And it was like...
Okay. Baltimore cross in. Luckily, no one's on the end of it.
At this point, what's Thomas Tuchel doing sat there?
Thomas Tuchel's like, why did I come over here again? Ella Toon has been prepped. Neve Charles is warming up.
Oh, good.
Oh, that looked painful for Lucy Bronze.
I am.
Russia.
I know I have a bit of a reputation as being contrary or whatever else, but oh no, that's a jarred knee.
Oh, not another one. Because Lucy doesn't go down.
That was very similar to Julia Grin, that was.
Mm.
And it said some. It's interesting that when we see those things happen in the men's game, we don't go, "Oh no, jarred knee," but we've almost been conditioned to react like that in the women's game now.
Yeah, as soon as anything to do with the knee, everyone automatically goes to battle stations, don't they?
We are on 56. Sorry, I was just squinting a bit at the trigon up in the top corner.
Yeah, me standing over the ball at the corner.
Because one of the good things about doing these watch-alongs is you lose track of time because you're so engaged in talking to all these wonderful people.
Takes it shorts. Lovely turn by Hemp. Oh.
Why are you going for the near post when there's 3 players in front of you? And again, I am fully aware that I am saying this sat on my couch, and I'm not. I'm not a professional women's player, and I'm not in the same universe of sporting ability as anybody on that pitch.
No.
But still, decision making. You look at it and go, I can't help it. It's my analysis. It's the autism. It's the analysis of the game. It's like, why are you going for that particular?
Yeah.
Have you snatched at it? Was it instinctive? Did you see something that we can't? There's stuff like that just fascinates me as a commentator, watcher, stroke analyst.
I think more. Oh. There we go. I don't know if we need to develop more. You know, the USA system for many years and still was very much you're an athlete. You're not just a football player. Like you need to be fit. You need to be quick. You need to be strong. Because what we're missing,
is
apart from in this match, but it's that pace. Like, you got Lucy Bronze, Lauren Hemp, and Lauren James, but apart from that, no one's quick, are they? So when we need people to get back,
this is where I'll take Russo off. She's done nothing. She's done nothing in the past 15 minutes.
Oh.
We are very, very lucky it's not 3-0 France there.
Bloody hell.
Because if Marie-Antoinette Katoto gambles the other way,
that's in.
That's 3-0. Oh, here we go. Triple sub, apparently. Who do we reckon? Ella Toon,
Neve Charles, and Grace Clinton.
That's what I think of that third sub. And I'm very aware that I'm in danger of turning into these Premier League TV watchers who massively overreact and stuff. But this is how I act watching England. This is how I act watching England.
Chloe Kelly. Here we go. Chloe Kelly, Ella Toon, and Neve Charles.
The Rachel Williams, Mark Skinner of Serena Wiegman. If in doubt, I'll bring on Toon and Kelly because they'll definitely bail me out.
Okay, Jess Carter's coming off for Charles, as we assumed. Who else?
Best Mead for Kelly.
Has she taken LG off?
Yes, she has.
Oh.
Which is
That's an interesting choice.
It's justifiable in the sense Lauren James hasn't played a full match.
Yeah, is it a minutes thing rather than a performance thing? Probably.
And we'll give her the benefit of the doubt for that. But
yep,
I still firmly believe that of the two of them, if I had a gun held to my head with half an hour to go and was told, right, you've got to leave one player on to change a game with a moment of skill, I'm picking Lauren James over Ella.
Yeah. No, I'm with you on that one. I'm with you.
Because Ella Toon is a very good system player. Lauren James is a true individual.
Yeah, with a flair.
With that flair, and she just thinks the game differently.
Mm.
Ella Toon plays very, very well in a system. And we see that because when she's asked to not play number 10, she's not or play out on the left, she's nowhere near
French
as good.
subs. Oh, Diani and Melvin Mallard.
Marie Antoinette Katoto looking like a bit of a super.
Matteo. Matteo's finally coming on. So Cascarino out, Baltimore out for Diani.
She's a player, Diani is, though.
I'm worried.
Yeah,
Baltimore, Katoto and Cascarino out. Mala, Matteo, and Diani in.
She's such a player, Kadiatu Diani, though.
Can you believe France have never won this? The way they're playing. Quicker, Leah, quicker. Oh.
Also, can we just point out that you need that little. Marie Mellard has got that little bit of viciousness in her because that was a vicious little kick.
Yeah.
On Greenwood, that was a proper. Nasty little. And I say that with the greatest of respect, rather than.
62 minutes gone. Go on. Can Chloe Kelly do something? Ella Toon second to the ball there. Not helpful. And the thing about Russo, like, you're right, she hasn't been able to get involved, but if she keeps running the way she's running, she's going to be shattered. And she's not going to be able to...
I mean, this one as well, this is one I'd be interested on the chat viewpoint. I still think Russo is given a very, very easy ride by the media and is not perhaps held to the striking standards because she always seems to find goals, but they like tap-ins. They're not. She's not Leah Schuler. You don't look every time England go forward and look, oh, Russo's in the box, there's a chance here. You just kind of go, oh, England are attacking.
What England need to do is be more clever with the way they're getting back at the French, because at the minute, when they're going down, they're proper calling for it. As we saw the way the Netherlands were whinging earlier. It's not the way to do it. The refs not, they're not having it. So they need to try and get their own back in a more subtle, sneaky way. That's exactly what the French are doing, and they're getting away with it.
England are playing very, we're the Lionesses and we're role models and stuff. The French are playing to win.
Yeah.
The French are playing street football.
A bit dirtier. I absolutely would. A bit grittier. So, in a sense, get my Laetitia on. Go on. That should have been a third one.
England are playing very middle class football in the sense, it's all very well. And we play it the right way and we do this. France are playing street football.
Yeah, it's very inoffensive what England are doing at the minute. That's not what we need. Where's the grit? Where's the
France? And this is, and again, on some level, this is probably a stereotype and this is probably wrong. But the best way I can put it is when you bear in mind a lot of the England team come from fairly affluent backgrounds just because of the way English football works, and also come from fairly, posh backgrounds. A lot of the French team come from inner cities, and they're playing like they learned on like tarmac pitches with metal fences around them.
Yeah.
With all the tricks, they're playing like they've learned in the Paris suburbs or the Marseille suburbs, or
Yeah.
the areas where there's graffiti on the pitches and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
They've got that edge to them.
It's what we need.
Did that make sense? Did that not sound patronising in any way?
No, that makes sense. So England are being too polite at the minute with their football.
Yeah.
And you can see Serena there shouting, being like, come on, like.
England are being too polite, blonde-haired, English Rosie, and the French are just like, now we're going to kick you all over the pitch.
Yeah.
And we're going to leave our foot in, and we're going to show you, you might have won in your home country, but you ain't in England now.
Yeah.
You're a long way from home, girls. That kind of thing.
You ain't in Kansas anymore. No.
Yeah.
When do you think it's time to bring Aggie on?
Now. Or at least give her 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Because she's also a different type of player to Russo, because she's a lot more hard running. She's better built.
Oh, that was a bit better.
She will get in. She will get in with those physical battles. She'll rough up Lacroix and Sombat and De Almeida, because
someone needs to.
The French centre backs will be looking at this going, we've had an easy game, really.
Yeah. We look at Pierrot Magnon. She hasn't had to do anything apart from that disallowed goal, has she?
Yeah. The French centre backs aren't being jostled at corners and free kicks. They're not being.
Yeah. Hampton's had 3 saves. Pierrot Magnon has had 0.
They're not being forced to earn their clearances. It's just like the ball will bounce and go, yeah, bang, gone.
Yeah, so at the 67th minute, France have had 12 shots, 5 on target. England have had 4 shots and none on target.
And now we have severe issue. I think that's the pair of them have gone headfirst into each other.
Yeah.
Because they're both down. Saunders, Karshawi. Oh, have that. Why are you holding your head, Leah? That's nowhere near.
Let's have a look. Slow motion.
What are you trying to do there, Leah? Why are you holding
Was
your head?
it Karshawi's elbow, maybe, on the way down?
No, nowhere near.
David, that wasn't a red card. As much as we'd like to send a French player off. No. Barely getting any yellows, never mind a red.
There's a VAR check, apparently.
Is it?
Seb Hutchison has just said potential red card for that challenge by Karshawi. So.
Oh. I'll say it back then, David, if you're listening to that. Obviously, I've got mine on mute. So I'm just doing it from my own personal perspective.
If that is because Williamson has gone down holding her head, and they've tried to give
a bit like the Alatoon one. Do you remember with the Spurs? Oh, actually, it was a late challenge. Was it studs up?
Was it late?
Is that what they're giving it for? Do you reckon?
I don't know. I don't think that's that late. I think she's got a right to go for the ball.
Yeah, but it was late and the boot was up, wasn't it?
I think if that goes the other way, we're sat there looking at it going, nah, that's never a red.
Well, my first reaction was it's not a red, but I think it's unfortunate. Oh,
Williams is trying to complain she's been kicked in the side of the back, but You have a centre back, Leia. People make those
he's in the centre row back. Yeah.
Yeah, but no, Leia, you have a centre back. People make those challenges 5 times a game. Sorry, no.
Yeah.
Shut up and play.
What Graham said, late but not reckless, yellow at worst. Yeah. And by the looks of it, nothing given.
Nothing given. Yeah, and I know some will say that I sound harsh, but I would say the same the other way as well. If the defence found like that's a centre back challenge. Get up and play. The point wants to be made that women want to be treated like elite athletes, and none of this. Oh, it's a bit rough. That in the men's game that's a strong challenge, but that's about it. And in the women's game, it should be treated the same way rather than she went in hard on me and I've got a bit of a mark on my back. Get up and play. There's more on the Sports Reporters, where Paul moans about how the world is soft nowadays after this.
I do like Danny in the chat saying, where the feck is Aggie?
Yeah, this is... Sorry, I'll mute because you can hear crackling crisps again.
Don't worry.
See, this is your problem as well, right? England fans, 2-0 down against France, and they're doing a fecking Mexican wave.
I don't take part in them out of principle. I hate them. I can't stand them. And I am that person that sits and tuts when they come out. They've got no business in our game. Hate them.
Sorry. You're 2-0 down against France at a European Championships, and you're there going, way! Fuck off.
Yeah, no, absolutely not. We're not here to have fun. You're here to watch a serious football match.
It's bloody football, not frigging kids' party. Go to bloody Glastonbury.
Exactly.
Go to Glastonbury and join in highly offensive chants or something. I don't know.
There were a lot of those at Glastonbury this year.
There were a lot of those at Glastonbury, indeed.
Oh, stop. No. Get tighter to it. Don't let it through. Why is no one on Koshawi? What is this? And luckily goes out of play. Thank God for that.
Can we safely assume then, David, you're a little bit of a fan of Jess Park? Giving your messages.
So Jess Park, bingo in it. The only hesitation I've got about Jess Park, yes, she's quick, but sometimes because she is quite petite, she does get overpowered quite easily in some circumstances. So that would be my only hesitation, bringing her on at 2-0 down. Would she make that much of an impact?
But she has the don't give a fig mentality.
But she also has that.
I'm going to take the ball on. I'm going to take the ball on my feet, and I'm going to bloody run. Follow me.
Yeah.
None of this tippy tappy ticky tacker. Kira Walsh passing sideways to Lucy Bronze bollocks.
Tippy tacker. Yes. Yeah, midfield. Oh, excuse me, too much sugar. Yeah, midfield being invisible, not creating any chances for the forwards. Yep, agreed. Toon really hasn't done anything for me since coming on. To be fair, no one's really done anything since. Well, I can't pick out a standout moment, to be honest.
I can't pick out an England player who can look at and go, they've had a good game.
Alex Greenwood. But even then, that's pushing it a bit. Because she's always been there, but we're also 2-0 down. So,
and also, this again is what we were saying.
Yes, Toonie, go on, put your foot in. Oh, Quick on the yellow.
Oh, yeah, that's good. Ella Toon's got yellow. Jed, you know what? I don't mind that on Selma Basha. Because the French are beginning to enjoy themselves. Need to kick them up in air. See, that is a stupid English mentality, that is. Oh, the French are beginning to enjoy themselves. Let's kick them up in the air. No, you don't kick them up in the air. You pull your fingers out your asses and win the ball back, but not just kicking people up in the air. Oh, well, that's going to work. Grace bloody Clinton.
Hey, don't. At this point, we can't get any worse, can we? So bring there. What's she called? Grace Clinton.
Grace Clinton.
Yeah, I think what's in these?
Yes, Simon, England are missing Millie Bright. They're also missing Millie Bright's presence to just shout at people to pull their fingers out their backsides and play.
Yeah, we need. Where's Lucy Bronze's sassy side? That's exactly what we need in this.
This is where you need a captain who isn't quietly, yeah, we'll do this. This is when you need a captain to go, fucking pick yourselves up, girls.
Yeah, we'll tell them a new one for.
This is where if it was going the other way, this is where we'd say this is where France missed someone like Wendy Renard, who demands.
France missing Renard. Yeah.
Who's Clinton on for?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Oh, Stanway. Oh, good.
Stanway's come off. Yeah.
So now we've got Toon and Clinton in the same team, which, as we've seen from Man United, doesn't bloody work.
See if it works in the England shirt.
At least not when they're both playing attacking. If Savina Wiedmann has specifically said to Clinton, you are playing as a box-to-box midfielder and not a number 10, then the onus is on Clinton to play like a number 8.
Mm.
But Stanway has been... She hasn't got a yellow card, but apart from that, she's been ineffective.
Do you reckon that's part of the problem? Between Walsh and Stanway, there's no one really waiting in the wings to take that role off them. So there's no one to bring on in these situations where they are playing poor.
No, yeah, I can't really think. Can we think of? This is where England miss an Erin Cuthbert.
Yes.
Style player. If Erin Cuthbert was English, then England as a squad would be so much better.
Yeah.
Because she brings something no one else does. And see again, Elise de Almeida's being allowed to run 30 yards. She's a bloody centre back.
Yeah.
How is she being allowed to run 30 yards?
They're just playing about with it now.
You can tell I'm getting stressed because my voice is slowly getting higher pitch. If they play like this against the Netherlands, only dogs will be able to hear me. And this, I am trying to edit myself and keep vaguely
coherent
and reasonable.
I have to say, though, I don't think the refs helped. Obviously, the ref is not to blame for all of it, but there's been some very, very strange calls or missed calls, should I say, especially for England. Oh, Russo just got pushed.
You asked the question, if that England goal stands, what happens then? Obviously. And now France are shutting down because they are putting more.
Oh, got Letty and Ndongala are coming on for Kashawi. Ooh.
So Sondi Toletti is Georgia Stanway-esque French version. So she's coming on to shore up that midfield a little. Yeah.
De Almeida's coming on. Although from an English perspective, that's probably quite good. Georgie's just texted me from upstairs. This game is so stressful. Do you think it looks like England are running through mud? Yes.
Yeah, France are quicker. France are David's determined to get Jess Park in the squad somewhere. Oh, Park could play the passing midfielder if she's injured.
If Hampton goes down, Park can come in. Yeah. No, unfortunately, I don't think there's a place for Park in this game. I don't
Stick
think
a little and large strike partnership. Beaver Jones and Park. There you go. 3-0. Oh, good job, Hannah Hampton was away.
Oh.
Sorry to say this, folks, but England aren't very good. On this evidence. That's a nice crowd shot.
Yeah.
Not quite sure we needed a slow motion replay of a baby putting in a dummy and then letting it happen.
Yeah, bit bizarre. Don't stop running when you've got. Oh!
Although a baby spitting its dummy out, there's probably a joke about several England players there.
Live reaction from the England bench.
I love the company. David, I'm going home if England lose this in the Holland match. Graham's like, so England.
For England.
Oh, God, it's going to be an England versus Wales, and England need to win, isn't it?
Yeah. And Wales are going to go absolutely not. Mr. Down the head injury after, I believe, she pulled Lacroix down.
Lacroix lands across the back. Lacroix just picked her up and threw her. That's
against the rules, right?
That's a WWE special, that was. Behind you, Mayan.
But no, Nessie talked about what snacks we're having. So if anyone else has got any good snacks, just to make this a bit.
I have a foot-long baguette that I haven't even bit into yet.
Okay,
and also a sandwich. There we go. No, sorry.
Hey, and what is your Subway order?
I have 12 inches of beef. It's a Philly steak sandwich with Chipotle.
Very manly of you.
Chipotle Southwest and honey mustard. Because I'm a man. Yes, I am. And I know
Serena's writing notes. She's ripping it up.
I love the way you just started talking as soon as I started to sing. It's like, no, we're not inflicting that on people.
None of this.
Top it all, I've got a sore back now as well.
Leaning forward too much. Getting too into it.
$83 minutes. We're probably not going to see Aggie Beaver Jones now, even though England's number 9 has been number 9 in German, because there has been no England number 9.
Very good. Very good indeed.
I had to dig that one out, but I got there eventually. If you're France, you're walking away from this going potential winners of the tournament here if we keep playing like this. If we've made England look this ordinary, made the holders look this ordinary in the opening game.
Yeah, I should be thinking if England were favourites by some to win this again.
And we've just casually dismantled them.
Yeah.
That's a good ball, though.
That's better. But Charles can't get there.
Oh, here we go. Wild card.
Come on.
Wild card. Serena's gone. Sod it. We've got nothing else to lose. Adjaman coming on.
I mean, you'd think give her more than 5 minutes to make an impact. I mean, come on. Lucy passed to someone.
Was that a desperate plea? Lucy passed to someone, or was that a...
That was a don't dare go marauding through midfield again, because you got absolutely torn up for that in the World Cup.
Hit it!
Oh, go on. Stop being pretty with it. Just
Put your bloody foot through it, lass. I'm turning into a 50-year-old man, like genuinely.
We've aged watching this.
We've aged watching this. I've gained about 4 stone. I've got a massive club badge tattoo, insert club badge here now, slowly forming on my arm. Sunburn across my chest. My hair's
Come on, Michelle. Make a difference. Just bringing the note on. Michelle's bringing the note on.
Greenwood for Adjumang. So this is basically that sod it, who needs defence, we may as well lose 3-0.
Yeah, this is the usual. Well, Millie Bright can't go up front, so let's see what Michelle can do.
Get in!
Yes! Thank God for that.
Kira bloody Walsh with a thunder bastard.
Kira bloody Walsh. Finally. That's what we want. That's what we need. Come on, one more. One more.
1 goal for England in her career, and she goes and does that.
And she goes and gets them back into it. Go on.
Strike, Kira.
Oh. That's what we need.
That's bad from P. Romanian as well, because she gets her hand to that.
Gets a hand to it. Oh.
She gets a full hand to that, but not strong enough.
Just not enough. There we go. Go on, bit of belief. Go on. Because I can imagine there's going to be some stonking injury time as well.
I'd just like to point out that Chloe Bear's response to this very, very quickly was, Kira! And she didn't miss it this time. Nor did Kira. See, now the levels that we're on now, this is a potential tournament changer for both teams if England score. Because if England score after being 2-0 down, then...
Yes, go on, Michelle. Good.
Whereas if France throw this away now, the morale that will hit.
Yeah. But I'm
going to say controversially, if Aggie Beaver-Jones is up for this, then I would be more confident. Because this isn't a muck about fancy ticky-tacky Russo. This is a lump it up there and Beaver-Jones wins it in the air. That's what this is.
Well, that's the thing. It's why is Serena gone Michelle over Aggie?
I can understand bringing on Adjumang because just raw pace and fearlessness, but
yeah. Oh, finally, free kick goes our way.
Get it in, bloody mixer.
Go on, Lucy. Smash it up the field. Yes, exactly like that. Yes, go on. Good.
Proper England football.
Go on, Michelle. Do something. Good.
Someone go bloody get it.
Oh. I am willing Michelle to just do a really quick little turn and get it in. Go on, Clinton. Oh. And again. Oh. How?
Can I just point out, Seb Hutchinson, that's a great commentator. I think he's willing Adjumang to score as well because his scream of Adjumang just then as it broke to Michelle.
Oh, but everyone just saw it going in, and it's that last-ditch defence that we need France to be doing to put them on to put them on edge to make them really work.
Now, if
for it.
only we had Millie Bright in the box for this, because aerial power-wise, there isn't much of it.
A bit of a crap corner there, Chloe.
If only we had.
If that just dropped a little bit. 5 minutes.
If only we had a number 9 who was known for being good in the air, who we could aim for crosses.
If only we did.
So anyway, Zurich facts.
2 tenths for Zurich facts.
That's why I'm trying to calm you down, but this could be nasty.
Oh, thank God.
I went full Sunday League then. Away!
I was going to say I haven't gone proper Northern yet this time. David saying that, why didn't they start like this? Because we love showing up in the last 10 minutes. It's what we do.
Imagine if this was a bloody knockout game, though. Jesus.
No, thank you.
Freaking 6 games like this.
I was going to say, if it's this tense on match day 1, what's it going to be like when we get to match day 3 and beyond, hopefully. Yes, go on, Michelle, go for it. Go on. Yes, go on. Better by Williamson.
They suddenly give far more of a hoot.
Go on, Hempo.
I don't know why I edited myself then. It's after 9 o'clock, but trying to remain somewhat professional. We're going to end up a meme, aren't we? If England equalise, we're going to end up a meme.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to manifest it. I'll take it if it's like a Russo bicycle kick or something.
I'll take it. Go on. Oh, go on. Oh. Ah. Just noises at this point. That's all I am. There's no words. Just noising. Another pause and play.
We've just had a little bit, France are wasting time. No, she's very clearly in pain.
Is that Jean-Francois?
It is Oriane Jean-Francois, who is very clearly
a
in
wrong
pain.
player, I think. Was it? Or was it Russo?
It was very genteel then.
I know they're trying to get the injury, but if they could not zoom up on people's bums as they're pulling their wedgie out, that would be great.
That's something for the dads, that one.
No, thanks.
As they used to say about Kids TV.
Oh, God. Yeah, Paul's in there. Put the French under a bit of pressure, see what happens. Well, it's given them that signal that it's not theirs for the taking, isn't it? It's actually giving them a good match and seeing what they can do. Graham, yes, I'm as concise as always. I like to think my interpretation is clear enough through noise. And
you wait till I go full partridge, Graham. Did you see that?
I missed it. And again. Oh,
that was even more concise. And again.
But people know what I mean. People know what I mean.
Freya's great talent, everybody, is she has the way to express what we're all thinking.
In pure Northern football slang.
Pure Northern.
Go on. Oh, well, let's see back in.
Oh, it's all right. We are. Oh, Bronze has missed it. The cross. That's it.
Ah, stop blaming her for everything, Paul.
It will not.
Ah, yes, good.
That's game over.
Oh,
That is game over.
Time. You had time for an extra touch. I don't know how I'd feel if my goalkeeper punched us in the face.
Just a casual thought. Don't know how I'd feel if my own goalie punched me in the face. You probably have a sore face.
Probably, yeah.
At the start. Right. Hampton, bang. None of this pissing about attempting to pass.
No. Look at all of the French on the sidelines as if it's like the winner of the tournament that they're going to celebrate when the whistle goes. And again, one final push, go on. No.
That's gone. Oh, no. Game over.
What?
Go on, Michelle.
Go on, Michelle.
Go on, girl. Oh, what a tackle.
Oh,
what an incredible tackle that was. From Ndongala. That was utterly... That was utterly fearless, that tackle.
And the whistle goes. And it is 2-1 to France. And France celebrating like they've won the whole thing. And you know what? If you've beaten the European champions, the current holders, in the first match, you would feel like you've won more than just that, wouldn't you? Well, get it in the chat. What are your first thoughts at the final whistle?
Shall we all take a breath? Look at how happy Sondy Baltimore is. Like,
I think we all need a cup of tea, to be honest. Cup of tea and a lie down. A very very English way of dealing with this. But I think I am with Graham on this one. Too little, too late. It just wasn't there. It didn't flow until the last 10 minutes ish.
England were playing like they were in Group A, and they're not.
Yeah.
Like,
we needed so much more from first game of the competition, and especially against France. That was really, really disappointing for those first 80 minutes were very disappointing. But yeah, Paul, do you think if that goal had stood, would that have changed anything?
Potentially. I don't think it would have stopped France scoring twice.
No.
Because if you make the assumption, that goal stands, but then the rest of the game goes the way it is, then great, we get a point. We rescue a point. Which both teams would take, to be fair. No. But it should not be. What the thing that I'm worried about that will happen now is there will be the narrative of, England were unlucky because they had a goal disallowed and they nearly pulled it back, and there won't be any of the defending was shit. Leah Williams had stopped dead for the second goal.
Yeah.
There was no creativity from the much vaunted midfield. Even initially, or when supposed our goddess and saviour Ella Toone came on. Where the hell was Aggie Beaver-Jones?
The big question, yes.
Apart from that, There you go, Sam.
That was all right.
2 hours exactly. Just clip that 40 seconds and we'll stick that as instant reactions in losing to France.
That's our summary of the game. Yeah. So the issue then being, if we want to get out of this group, then we need to win against Netherlands and Wales. And we can't play like that, to be honest. Yeah, justice for Aggie, as Matt says there.
I worry England are getting grouped. I worry France.
I have that worry, yeah, because the way the Netherlands really sharpened up today, and were able to score and looked able to score every time they went forward. Because, of course, we were watching it earlier, weren't we? We said, you know, Wales are frustrating them, and Wales are doing a damn good job at keeping them out so far. But as soon as the goals started going in, they were there. Whereas with England, they didn't have the opportunity to get into that rhythm and to start those goals flowing. And you just think, is that going to be enough in this group? And you're right, maybe not.
So Vina Wiedmann now has decisions to make.
She does. Whether she goes
and there needs ruthlessness
and says, you know, you were crap, like you're not starting the next game. Do you reckon she will though?
The ruthlessness is Beaver Jones is gone. Sorry, not Beaver Jones. Russo is gone for Beaver Jones. Michelle Aguiman has now leapt further up the pecking order. I wouldn't start her, but she definitely gave England something coming on, didn't she?
Yes, definitely give her more than 5 minutes. Absolutely, but yeah, not starting just yet.
I don't know who you'd in all conscience bring her in for. Now, possibly Mead, if you were being very brave.
Yeah, maybe. It's hard because there's no one that you look on the bench and you go, yeah. And that's the sad thing. We've got people of similar qualities, but have we got anyone ready to come off the bench and make that important impact?
There's a plan B needed now already.
Yeah.
Because that formation didn't work against France.
No.
Or it didn't work sufficiently. And it won't work against the Netherlands because they too enjoy wingers. And after seeing Germany, if England should somehow get through second in the group, and face Germany, Clara Bull will be watching that going, give me England.
Yeah.
Eula Brand will be watching that going, give me England. I'll absolutely make hay. Leah Schuler will be watching that going, give us England. I can get 5 or 6 against that lot.
Yeah, Leah's really frustrated, as she should be.
I mean, I'm probably unnecessarily harsh on Leah Williamson, but I'm like, we weren't good enough. We didn't do it. Yeah, Leah. And whose responsibility is it to give the team a kick up the rear end?
I'd say so. Yeah, saying that essentially France took advantage, that they made mistakes, that cost them, and they got punished. So at least she's not in denial about this.
I would hope that she will go to bed tonight and she'll have nightmares about that moment she stopped.
Well, she just said, I've never seen us do that and turn the ball over so much before.
And I'd hope that perhaps her and Lucy have a bit of a conversation where they both just look at each other and go, yeah, sorry, we let each other down then for that Baltimore goal. In our way.
Yeah.
Because you can't blame them. I think they probably will. Karen Carnage just said we got absolutely bullied, which is very accurate indeed.
Very accurate.
And again, Karen Carney pointing out France's preparation,
Yeah.
just as we did. It's almost like we're good at this.
Almost. Yeah, almost.
It's almost like we know. It's almost like we know what we're talking about, folks.
Now and again it comes
Now and
through.
again.
But yeah, Leah Williamson saying that everyone needs to take accountability for their role in this today. So yeah, I think there's going to be some tough truths in the changing room.
I think they will be, particularly the Chelsea players on that team who have played for a little while, will be very, very thankful that Emma Hayes isn't their manager, because we don't know what Serena's like, but we do know if Emma Hayes is England manager, they're back in the changing room, and she is. What the fuck was that, girls?
I think they needed an Emma Hayes halftime team talk. From that, that would have lit the fire under you, and made you completely aware of what's happened. It's just, it's disappointing because you want the best for your team and the best for your country. And a lot of people said when we did our preview that we were being very negative and very pessimistic, and it's England, we should be behind them. And there's a difference between being behind your team and having your rose-tinted glasses on, and there's a difference of the reality of the team and where they are and how they're going to play. And I think throughout this, we've been quite realistic, haven't we? About and yeah, it just didn't click today for whatever reason.
I'll tell you what. All I'm saying is because I posted my thoughts on Williamson, which was probably a mistake, and came back and had 14 notifications. And it's just a bunch of quote tweets from Woso Twitter going, "Yep." like what's one of them just editing my tweet that just says Leah Williamson's because my tweet was Leah Williamson's defending for that second French goal is utterly horrific because she just stops. And someone said, fixed it with Leah Williamson's defending is utterly horrific, just stop. I mean,
yeah. I mean, people aren't holding back, and I guess that's again what
159 likes for that tweet. Flipping heck!
Wow. Look, you getting popular, little influencer over there.
If you want more of these takes, come and watch on Absolute Football Pod.
Exactly, we're here. We're going to be here every day. Let's face it, aren't we?
Most days.
You do know the impressions on your tweet at 8.6 thousand, right?
Yeah, that's a decent amount, isn't it?
Yeah, I'll take that.
8,000 in an hour and a half.
22 retweets and 17 comments. Wow.
And most of them are actually nice, as opposed to telling me to get lost or you're so washed or whatever the hell the kids say nowadays. How old do I sound?
Whatever those young whippersnappers say.
This is the thing. I post hot takes, but I am self-aware.
Interesting, though, the amount of people saying...
She's a midfielder. No. There's lots of people saying she's a midfielder.
No, the amount of people defending her and saying it's Bronze's fault. That's interesting as well. So this is where you can have your favourite players and whatever, but you need to be realistic with what's happened. They were both at fault for that one. Yes, Bronze put it back in the way of Baltimore, but blah blah.
And hopefully, the thing I suppose you'd hope to bring back to positiveness is that they both be aware of that, and you get the feeling, for all the criticism I've given of Lucy Bronze and for all the criticism people give of Leah Williamson, they're both people who demand the best for themselves and will probably be aware of that, and there'll probably be no bigger critics than them. Yeah,
and that's a good thing. You could tell from that interview that she was like, right, that wasn't good enough. And that's what we want to see, isn't it? That reality of that is not good enough. But yeah, I mean, the whole team, it just wasn't gelling. There was no standout moments, no standout players really. And all in all, a bit of a forgettable performance, forgettable match. If you take away the fact that we have lost. So
What this needs, and what I hope this is as well, is that the reaction to this is vicious in the media. Like,
I hope so.
I hope it's not. We know. Obviously, some of our favourite journalists who've been mentioned in the past are not scared to at least kind of be critical where necessary. But I think this is full on. England were crap.
Mm.
You know, Lucy Bronze and Leah Williamson were responsible for the second goal. There was no creativity. The forwards were crap. Ella Toone was invisible. Leslie Russo did nothing. You know, that level of viciousness. Because that will hurt them. And this England team will respond to that with, okay, we don't want that.
Yeah. And that's the thing. It wasn't just the goals that we're talking about. There wasn't that movement up front, like you said. So it's not all in the fault of the defence. There were issues in the midfield and forwards as well. So yeah, all in all, just not how Serena Wiegman would have wanted to start her 2025 Euros campaign. So if we kind of look ahead then, because of course, just to remind everyone, here are the groups. Tomorrow, we have Norway, Finland at 5 o'clock, because we're going back to Group A, of course. Now, all match day 1 is complete, and Switzerland, Iceland at 8 o'clock. Monday, we've got Group B continuing. Group C are on Tuesday. And next Wednesday, in our usual podcast slot, at 8 o'clock, it is France versus Wales. The slightly earlier game of England versus Netherlands is on at 5 o'clock on Wednesday as well.
And we don't know what we're going to do, but we might do a marathon shift with that
one. We might, yeah. I might try
if we can work out how we're going to do it logistically, because obviously Freya and I both work. But
yes. Yeah, we will come up with a plan. We will, and we will bring you as many games as we possibly can. So all we can say is keep an eye out on the Absolute Football podcast across socials, and we'll let you know if we're doing a listen along, if we're doing a watch along, you know, how to get involved with us. And of course, all of these streams are in collaboration with the Whole 115 Yards as well, which is my other football channel. And we thought, you know what, we're doing lots of football stuff anyway. We're joined together with a similar goal, so why not come together for the Euros? So that's why we're streaming to both YouTube channels for all of these watch-alongs. So yeah, it's going to be tough now, isn't it? Because as we said in the groups, Group D now looks like Netherlands top of the group, France in second, England third, Wales fourth. And it's going to be tough to try and get out, because Netherlands and France, are they actually going to lose a game? And if they do, would it be just dropping points against each other? Is going to be the big.
It does worry me that you'll just have Netherlands and France get to the final game and go, we'll play for a draw.
Yeah.
Because
with those two safely.
Because Netherlands will have at least 3 points, possibly 6. And based on tonight's performance, they'll have 6. I am not hopeful on Wednesday night. And the doomsday scenario, as Tom Gary mentioned, is that we could get to next Sunday with England-Wales in a dead rubber.
Yeah. Yeah. But with the game, with the group already decided and already gone. So we need to come back fighting. We need to come back a hell of a lot stronger. Because it's not looking good at the moment. And that's us being positive. That's us being positive about the future of England. Graham's there saying more listen-alongs. Yeah, it was fun earlier, wasn't it? Because again, on the listen-alongs, remember that you can request to speak and you can come and join us. So you can have a chat and get your thoughts across. So we did really enjoy that earlier. So hopefully we can bring you more of those. So any final thoughts, Paul, before we go? No.
Well, I've kind of said it, but and now you've got me trying to sum it up and do the memeable clip stuff.
Memeable clip,
as it were. That is not the England we want.
No.
But that is the England we were worried about seeing. It was an England that looked lethargic. It was an England that looked possibly a bit overconfident, certainly early in the game. It was an England game. It was an England team that should have no excuses.
Yeah.
Whether I think excuses will be made for them in many quarters, but it shouldn't, because this isn't 2022 anymore. This isn't we love England, they're happy to be here. Now the country needs to demand from them the same level that it demands from the men, because that's the level of expectation they've set.
Yeah, and we know they can do it. We know what they can achieve, and that's the frustrating thing when games do go like this. And of course, they're humans. Things, games won't always go their way, but it's how they're going to react to it, isn't it? So we want them to come out in match day 2 fighting with that passion, with that fire, and reminding us all why we're European champions.
But what is fascinating, they're talking to Serena now, and her body language is very, very different to how we've usually seen Serena in any press conferences.
Interesting. I've paused it at Emma Hayes because I'm gonna watch it back when
she looked sad, not like in a full on, oh, that wasn't good enough, we're gonna get sick for that kind of way.
Yeah, well, it's true. But again, they're aware of it, and that awareness is exactly what we want. And thanks very much, David. We appreciate you and your input. Thank you very much. Hope to see you again, because we will be back. Now, so yes, to sum it up then, we want more from England because we know they can deliver so much more. Now then, that brings us to the end of our live watch along for France versus England. We hope you enjoyed it. And just remember, if you want to keep up to date with when we're going live across the rest of the Euros before our usual Wednesday evening, you can at the following accounts. So on Twitter or X at Absolute Ball Pod, YouTube at Absolute Football Podcast, and the same on Twitch, TikTok, Absolute Football Pod, and the same on Instagram, just add an underscore. We are on Blue Sky as well at Absolute Football, and on Facebook, the Absolute Football Podcast. And as you can see in my little name as well, the whole 115 yards will also be filled with lots of Euro stuff if we aren't live for whatever reason. So yeah, Paul, couldn't do it without you, mate. Thank you very much for all of your hours today. That was spent together.
It's been a pleasure. And thank you for all the kind comments in the chat as well, everybody. Yes.
Thank you very much. We really do appreciate it. And we can't do it without you all watching as well. So we will be in touch. We'll follow up on an email when we're next live. So don't you worry. We will be back very, very soon. So yeah, thank you. Good evening. And we'll see you for more Euros. Maybe
when we
tomorrow.
see you.
Who knows? Yes, see you where we see you. Good evening and